the layers, trying to understand how truly remarkable individuals operate. You
Hmm.
know that feeling when you just click with someone who's incredibly effective
Hmm.
and you start to really grasp their thinking, their whole approach.
Yeah, absolutely. How they make an impact.
That's precisely our mission today. We're doing a deep dive into an extraordinary leader, someone whose unique blend of, well, personality and cognitive strengths really sets her apart.
Indeed. And we've gathered some fascinating source material for this. A collection of detailed personality profiles, cognitive assessments, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Our goal is really to offer you an unparalleled look under the hood, so to speak, of this particular individual.
Right.
It's not just about cataloging what she does. We want to understand who she is, at her core,
Mhm.
give you insights into her fundamental operating system.
Exactly. And our focus for this deep dive is Jane Navalta. She's the innovative founder of Virtual High Achievers. And this particular deep dive, it's really custom tailored for you, our listener, especially if you're maybe a current client or perhaps thinking about becoming one.
Right.
Our mission is to give you this really clear, comprehensive picture of Jane, how her distinctive brain works, her unique approach to collaboration, client relationships.
What drives her, what work really means to her.
Yes. And crucially, the exceptional output you can confidently expect when you partner with her and her team.
Yeah, the aim is to eliminate that uh, dedicated, insightful, and really profoundly supportive force that defines virtual high achievers.
Okay.
By the end of our chat, you should have a much richer understanding of the kind of powerful working relationship you'll experience. It's a relationship built on this unique combination of attributes and, frankly, cognitive strengths that are pretty rare
Hmm.
and incredibly impactful for achieving those big, ambitious goals.
It sounds like we're almost getting a blueprint of the mentor she aims to be.
That's a great way to put it. It's like
Uh,
the mentor she wished she'd had now showing up in how she guides her clients.
Okay, let's dive in then. Let's start by unpacking the foundation of Jane Navalta's identity. What defines her as this multifaceted leader?
Well, at the very heart of Jane's professional makeup, even her personal makeup really, our sources consistently identify her primarily as the commander.
The commander, okay.
And this isn't just, a label. It seems to represent her fundamental driving force. It's like the engine propelling her forward, shaping her whole professional ethos.
The commander. Yeah, it immediately brings to mind someone decisively in charge, maybe leading from the front.
It can, but with Jane, it points to something more nuanced, I think,
Mm.
more deeply ingrained.
Okay.
The core characteristic here seems to be this unwavering, almost relentless determination to achieve ambitious goals.
Right, not just setting goals, but achieving them.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
not just about having a vision. It's about an absolute steadfast commitment to reaching those objectives. And crucially, doing it by upholding incredibly high standards of performance.
I said it.
Very high. And these standards, they apply just as much to herself as they do to every single person she collaborates with. It fosters this environment where, well, mediocrity just isn't really an option.
That's intense. But I can see how that translates for clients.
It does, directly. What's fascinating is how this foundational trait really gives clients tangible benefit.
Okay, like what?
Well, when you partner with Jane, you're engaging with someone who is intensely focused on your specific objectives.
Hmm.
There's this kind of inherent promise, maybe unspoken, that she will never ever settle for less than optimal results.
So no good enough?
Definitely not.
Rant.
This high standard isn't just some internal benchmark for her. It actually permeates the entire engagement. It ensures excellence at every single turn.
I see.
I mean, she's not just aiming for good or even very good. She's pushing for the absolute best possible outcome, meticulously pushing until that standard is met, or even better, exceeded.
That sounds like a profound dedication to the client's success.
It really is. It's about ultimate success.
Okay, so the commander is clearly a powerful identifier, a core piece. But you mentioned she's multifaceted. Her leadership profile isn't just one-dimensional.
Not at all. It's beautifully complemented by some other really interesting attributes that add significant depth.
Like what?
Well, the first one that really stands out is the orchestrator.
The orchestrator. Okay, how does that aspect show up in her work and maybe more importantly for her clients?
The orchestrator really highlights Jane's exceptional ability. It seems almost innate to bring different elements together. Diverse groups of people, complex resources, seamlessly.
Harmonizing things.
Exactly. She doesn't just manage, she truly excels at harmonizing efforts, mobilizing resources with remarkable efficiency. And not just to meet expectations, but often to exceed them.
Okay, and what traits go with that?
This aspect of her leadership is characterized by being deeply planful, meticulously precise,
Planful and precise. I like that.
genuinely engaging, and this is key, people-oriented.
People-oriented.
Yes. Think of her like a master conductor. She's not just directing, she's ensuring every instrument plays its part perfectly to create this, well, masterpiece.
That blend is incredibly compelling. The planful and precise bits immediately suggest efficiency, structure, predictability, all things you want in a complex project.
Absolutely valuable.
But then pairing that with engaging and people-oriented, that really shifts the picture.
How so?
It suggests she's not just, moving pieces on a chessboard. She's actively involving people, understanding them, valuing them.
That's exactly it.
So for clients, that's a huge benefit, right? You're not just getting a project manager.
Not from it.
You're getting access to this structured, incredibly well-organized process where every step is clear, your resources, people, money, whatever, are used optimally.
Right. Maximum efficiency.
And the collaboration itself sounds like it would be really clear, streamlined, productive, because that people-oriented nature means your needs as the client aren't just like a checklist item.
No, they're central. Truly central to the whole planning and execution process. It ensures a partnership that's bespoke, deeply responsive.
Okay, commander, orchestrator, what else?
And then we encounter the quiet leader.
Quiet leader. That might seem a bit counterintuitive at first, maybe even contradictory next to commander or orchestrator.
It might seem that way initially, but it actually offers profound depth and a really unique kind of strength to her overall leadership style.
How does that work?
This aspect focuses on leading not necessarily through loud declarations or constant directives, but through open-mindedness and a remarkable, almost unflappable calmness, equanimity when facing challenges, even daunting ones.
That's where it gets really interesting, I think. It reveals a unique way of operating. The source material actually mentions her leading as much through taking in as putting out.
Exactly. That's a key phrase.
So this isn't your typical, maybe stereotypical, loud, assertive, constantly on kind of leader.
No. Instead, it signifies a deeply reflective, very thoughtful, and intensely observant approach.
She's not just listening, she's absorbing.
Yes. Absorbing information, actively processing nuances, really internalizing complexities before she responds or directs or makes a decision. It's very deliberate, a considered approach that prioritizes understanding over just immediate reaction.
And what are the traits that go along with this quiet leader dimension?
Well, they perfectly reinforce this depth. She's described as reserved, yet also profoundly determined.
Reserved but determined.
Humble, yet deeply inspiring and appropriately demanding. Composed, even under immense pressure.
Wow, that combination, reserved, determined, humble, composed, inspiring, demanding.
It's quite unique. And what it means for you as a client is you benefit from a leader who is remarkably calm and steady, even in high-stakes situations, turbulent times.
That sounds incredibly reassuring.
It is. She deeply considers all perspectives, showing this exceptional capacity for active listening, really striving to understand your needs, the intricacies of your situation before she offers her guidance.
And that guidance is insightful, I imagine.
Very. And this quiet determination, coupled with her unwavering standards, it inspires high performance. But she does it while staying approachable and humble.
So it's leadership that doesn't just demand results.
No, it genuinely fosters trust. It encourages thoughtful action, ensures a deeply considered path forward.
Okay, so if commander, orchestrator, and quiet leader describe who Jane Nabalta is at her core, then the next big piece is how her brain works, right? Unraveling her cognitive landscape. And this seems to align closely with the INTJ personality type, the architect, or sometimes the mastermind.
This is indeed a really fascinating profile. The INTJ type is quite rare, making up only about, 2% of the general population?
Only 2%? Wow.
Yeah, and that rarity itself just underscores how distinctive her approach to problem solving and strategy really is.
So it's not just a common way of thinking.
Not at all.
Yeah.
It's defined by extraordinarily complex cognitive patterns, a deeply strategic way of thinking, and this almost insatiable hunger for knowledge.
And INTJ stands for?
Introverted, intuitive, thinking, and judging. Understanding those 4 core preferences gives us a really precise, powerful framework for grasping her unique cognitive style, how she approaches basically every challenge.
That rarity really hits home. It's not just a label, it's like her fundamental operating system.
Yeah.
So, what are the inner workings of this architect brain? Let's get into the cognitive functions. This is where we really uncover her unique superpower, isn't it?
Absolutely. At the core, her dominant function is introverted intuition, NAI for short.
Nay. Okay.
And this really is the superpower of the INTJ brain. It enables this perception of patterns, underlying connections, future implications, things that others might just completely miss.
How does it work?
Think of NEI as this highly sophisticated radar system. It's operating largely behind the scenes, constantly processing vast amounts of different information, synthesizing it all.
Empathizing.
Yeah, to form these incredibly intricate mental models of the world. This is what gives INTJs that almost uncanny ability to predict future outcomes or see the logical conclusion of current trends way before anyone else.
Wow.
It's not magic, obviously, but it's a very complex, continuous form of strategic pattern recognition.
That's incredible. So it sounds less like reacting to events as they happen
Much less.
and more like preempting them. So for you, the client, this means Jane isn't just reacting to situations as they unfold, she's actively anticipating them.
Exactly. She's building these incredibly complex, multi-layered frameworks in her mind
To see what's coming.
to foresee potential challenges, potential opportunities, long before they even become apparent to others. This offers a profound sense of foresight and stability to your projects.
Like having a strategic early warning system built right in.
That's a great analogy. It allows you to navigate the future proactively, not just respond to it. She's playing chess, thinking multiple moves ahead on your behalf.
But Nia, this introverted intuition, it doesn't operate alone, right?
No, absolutely not. It's powerfully supported by her auxiliary function, which is extroverted thinking, 10.
TED. Okay, so how does TED help Nia?
Well, if Ni provides those deep insights, that strategic foresight, T is the critical engine that provides the logic, the rigorous structure, the relentless efficiency needed to translate those often abstract insights into rational, objective, and immediately actionable decision-making.
Ah, okay. So this is where those big visionary Nia ideas get grounded in reality.
Precisely. T helps turn those complex, sometimes abstract insights into concrete, actionable plans and strategies.
So for the client, this means Jane brings these visionary ideas, potentially transformative ideas,
Yes,
but they're always grounded in practicality and executed with logical precision.
always. You'll receive not just brilliant concepts, but clear, effective strategies and reliable step-by-step implementation plans.
So it's the assurance that the grand vision gets matched by meticulous execution.
Exactly that. Vision plus precision.
Okay, Ni dominant, Te auxiliary. What else is in the stack?
Go down, we find introverted feeling, or phi. This is the tertiary function.
Okay, introverted feeling.
And it serves as Jane's profound internal moral compass. Now, INTJs aren't typically known for, wearing their hearts on their sleeves or showing a lot of outward emotion.
Right, that's the stereotype sometimes.
But Faye ensures that her actions, her decisions, her strategic recommendations, they all align deeply with her core, deeply held beliefs and personal values. It's like a quiet but powerful internal judge of integrity.
That feels like an absolutely crucial piece of the puzzle, especially for building long-term client relationships.
It really is.
So you can trust implicitly that Jane's advice, the strategies she recommends, they're not just logically sound or brilliantly strategic, meticulously planned, but they're also ethically grounded, aligned with a strong sense of purpose and integrity.
Absolutely. It reflects her genuine, unwavering commitment to your long-term success, which often goes far beyond just the immediate bottom line. It fosters a partnership built on trust and shared values.
Okay, so those are the core functions. Let's expand on that.
Yeah.
What are the key cognitive strengths that really define Jane's approach and impact her work?
Well, building on those functions, several key strengths emerge very clearly. First, her strategic thinking and long-term planning capabilities are truly exceptional.
This is that chess player mentality we talked about, in action.
Exactly. She's not just thinking one or two moves ahead, she's consistently envisioning the entire game several sequences deep.
So she sees future possibilities, anticipates shifts.
Yes, and creates comprehensive plans that don't just fix today's problems, but set you up for enduring success way down the line. That kind of foresight is just invaluable for any client.
Definitely. What else?
Coupled with this strategic view, you see her impressive analytical problem-solving ability.
Okay.
She excels at taking incredibly complex, multifaceted issues, the kind of problems that might just overwhelm other people, and dissecting them
Breaking them down.
into manageable, interconnected components. She meticulously analyzes each piece, figures out its role, and then synthesizes these holistic, often highly innovative solutions.
Making her indispensable for really tough challenges.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially in fields needing groundbreaking thinking.
And what's really striking about this architect brain, this INTJ profile, is the strong preference for logic and rationality.
Unwavering, almost. Her focus is squarely on hard data, objective evidence, irrefutable facts.
What does that mean in practice for clients? Less patience for?
Less patience for emotional arguments, perhaps, or decisions based purely on gut feeling or conjecture without supporting data.
Right.
It ensures that every recommendation she makes, every strategy she crafts, is rigorously fact-based, data-driven, and intellectually defensible. It gives you a really solid foundation for your decisions.
That makes sense. And does this tie into standards?
It often goes hand in hand with an inherent tendency towards perfectionism and exceptionally high standards.
Ah, okay.
The sources highlight this inherent drive for excellence, this relentless pursuit of constant improvement. She is rarely, if ever, satisfied with mediocrity.
In her own work or others?
Both her own work and the output of those she collaborates with. Now, this intense drive, it's certainly demanding,
I bet.
but it consistently leads to remarkable achievements and truly superior outcomes for her clients.
So the results justify the high bar.
Invariably.
Okay. So strategic, analytical, logical, high standards. What about seeing the bigger picture?
That's another huge strength. Pattern recognition and systems thinking.
Systems thinking.
This is her almost uncanny ability to spot subtle trends, identify intricate connections, recognize these overarching patterns that others might completely miss, even looking at the same information.
How does she do that?
It allows her to construct these incredibly complex mental models of how various systems work, whether it's a business ecosystem, a social structure, a theoretical framework. She understands the underlying mechanics.
That's vital for strategy, isn't it? Knowing where the leverage points are.
Exactly. It gives her a huge strategic advantage in identifying where to intervene for maximum impact.
And does she get lost in the big picture, or can she handle details too?
That's another key point. Her ability to synthesize vast amounts of information while simultaneously maintaining that holistic big picture view is critical.
So she can do both, zoom in and zoom out.
Precisely. She has this rare skill. She can drill down into the absolute minutia with incredible detail, scrutinizing every tiny component.
Okay.
Yet she never loses sight of the overarching perspective, the larger strategic context. This unique skill allows her to fit all these diverse, sometimes seemingly random pieces of information into a coherent, overarching system.
Making her a true strategist, a visionary, an architect of solutions.
Absolutely.
And all these cognitive strengths, they must lead to pretty effective decision-making.
Remarkably efficient decision-making, actually. By rapidly analyzing complex data, recognizing those intricate patterns, projecting future outcomes, Jane makes decisions that might, sometimes, look almost instantaneous.
Or maybe even baffling to others?
Potentially at first glance, because they're the result of such complex, high-speed, behind-the-scenes internal processing.
But they work.
What clients consistently find is that these decisions are invariably effective, precise, and strategically sound. They deliver optimal results.
Do we have any, specific data points on her cognitive style?
We do. We have direct, quantifiable evidence from her cognitive orientation scores.
Yeah.
These metrics are incredibly revealing.
Okay, let's hear them.
She scores high in creative at 69%. That points to her capacity for innovative thought.
Right.
She's moderate in deliberative, 47%, suggesting a balanced approach to consideration, not getting stuck.
Okay, balance.
But then, look at this. Very high in detailed and reliable, 99%.
99%. Wow, that's not just meticulous.
No. It means every deliverable, every report, every plan will be flawlessly checked,
Yeah.
perfectly aligned with objectives. It basically removes any need for you, the client, to double-check the fine print.
That's huge peace of mind.
Isn't it? She's also high in conceptual, 79%, showing she easily grasps abstract ideas. And then, remarkably, very high in practical at 93%.
Okay, hold on. High creative, very high detailed, reliable, high conceptual, very high practical.
It's
Quite a combination.
It's a truly powerful and somewhat unique blend. It clearly shows her capacity for both generating those innovative, forward-thinking ideas and executing them with meticulous precision.
So the big ideas get done right.
Every detail is considered, accounted for, but always within that broader practical framework. It ensures real-world applicability and impact.
So for you, the client, what's the bottom line here?
The bottom line is that Jane provides not just solutions, but optimal and sustainable solutions.
Hmm.
Meticulously planned, rigorously executed, crafted with a keen eye on both today's challenges and tomorrow's opportunities.
You're getting the whole package. Vision and precision, delivered reliably.
Exactly. It's about building something that truly lasts.
Okay. So we've really dug into who Jane is at her core, commander, orchestrator, quiet leader, and how her architect brain works with all these cognitive strengths.
hmm
Now let's shift focus. How does she actually operate? How does she engage with others, especially clients and collaborators? And how does she apply herself in her work? Her interpersonal orientation sounds particularly interesting.
It absolutely is. We see this seemingly paradoxical yet incredibly effective combination of traits.
Paradoxical, how?
Well, her extroverted score is very low, only 10%.
Very low. Okay. So definitely introverted.
Strongly indicates she derives energy from solitary thought, quiet reflection, deep introspection.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hallmark of her introverted nature.
But
But juxtaposed right against that, her nurturing score is remarkably very high, 94%.
wow, very low extroverted, very high nurturing. That is fascinating.
Isn't it? It means while she might not be the most, outwardly gregarious person in a crowd,
Yeah,
maybe not seeking the spotlight,
right.
her interactions are profoundly meaningful, deeply impactful. That nurturing nature means her focus is squarely on genuine support, fostering development, helping others grow and excel.
So it's a deep, authentic care, not superficial.
Exactly. Not performative. You
Yeah.
might find her guidance delivered with a sort of quiet intensity, perhaps. But that guidance is deeply felt, incredibly thoughtful, truly supportive. It's aimed at your genuine progress. She might not be the loudest voice, but her insights resonate deeply and guide profoundly.
Okay, so introverted yet nurturing. What other interpersonal scores stand out?
Well, this powerful nurturing quality is beautifully balanced by other equally high scores that speak to her leadership ability. Her tough score is very high at 91%.
Tough, 91%. Okay.
And her leadership score is exceptional, very high at 99%.
99% leadership.
So she is, without question, a demanding leader. She consistently sets and rigorously upholds those incredibly high standards we talked about, pushing for excellence in every single endeavor.
Okay, tough, high leadership. But here's where the balance comes in, right?
Exactly. This is the crucial counterbalance that creates this truly unique leadership persona.
Mm,
Her humble score is also very high,
98%.
98% humble. So
Yeah.
very high tough, very high leadership, very high humble. That seems incredibly rare.
It is profoundly powerful. It means she pushes for excellence, demands high performance, but without any hint of ego.
No ego. She remains genuinely open to learning. She deeply values contributions from others, and she leads with this profound sense of purpose, rather than seeking personal recognition or status.
So what does that feel like for the client?
For you, the client, it translates into a partnership with a leader who will challenge you constructively, set ambitious but always achievable goals, guide you with unwavering dedication, pushing you to be your best,
Okay.
all while genuinely valuing your input, fostering a respectful, truly collaborative environment, and making sure you feel heard and understood.
That sounds like a really effective and maybe even motivating combination.
Highly effective. You also clearly see her composed nature. Her score is very high at 87%,
Composed 87%.
which ensures remarkable stability and clarity, even under the most intense pressure. And combine that with her determined score, very high, 99%.
99% determined again.
It speaks to an almost unwavering resolve. Once a path is strategically chosen, she doesn't easily waver. Persistent focus, commitment to seeing things through to success.
And that determination is it independent.
Very much so. Her autonomous score is very high at 96%,
96% autonomous.
meaning she's highly independent, self-directed, capable of functioning with minimal oversight. She trusts her own rigorously developed judgment and her refined process.
And what about motivation? What drives her?
Here's another key insight. Her status-seeking score is remarkably very low, just 1%.
1%.
1%. This tells us emphatically she is driven purely by internal standards of excellence. The intrinsic satisfaction of achieving results, delivering impact, not by external recognition, awards, prestige.
Her focus is just on the work itself.
Singularly on the work and its profound, tangible impact for her clients.
Is there anything else on the interpersonal side?
Just one final point, really for comprehensive context. Her humorous score is very low at 2%.
Low humorous, okay.
Now, this isn't to say she lacks warmth or is, cold. Not at all. Rather, it indicates a predominant focus on serious, impactful work. She prefers deep intellectual engagement with tasks, objectives, solutions, over maybe lighthearted social interaction or casual banter.
It just reinforces her commitment to the tasks.
Exactly. Her dedication to achieving substantive outcomes.
Okay, so given all these intricate insights, the personality, the cognitive wiring, the interpersonal style, what does work actually mean to Jane? It's clearly much more than just a 9 to 5.
Oh, absolutely. From everything in our sources, it's unequivocally clear that work for Jane is a realm of deep devotion, almost a calling.
A calling.
Yeah. It's underpinned by what can only be described as an unshakable work ethic. Fundamentally, work serves as this unparalleled opportunity for her to constantly challenge herself intellectually,
Keep learning, keep growing.
to constantly innovate, yes, and to endlessly expand her prowess, her capabilities across different domains. She seems driven by this insatiable desire for competence, an unquenchable thirst for knowledge, a relentless pursuit of mastery in everything she engages with.
Where does she thrive most? What kind of environment?
She profoundly thrives in environments where she can apply those formidable analytical skills to solve complex, multi-layered problems, things that genuinely stimulate her intellect.
Makes sense. Does she prefer to work alone or with others, given the introversion but also the nurturing and leadership?
That's the interesting paradox, again. While she inherently prioritizes independent thought and action, probably to ensure the most productive, highest quality output, she also, paradoxically, thrives in environments that are collaborative and team-oriented.
How does that work?
It seems this combination allows her to bring her unique skills and insights into a shared pursuit of excellence, leveraging collective intelligence, but still maintaining clear individual accountability for delivering truly exceptional work.
Harnessing synergy, maybe, to achieve something greater than the sum of the parts.
That's a perfect way to put it.
So, what then is the actual tangible output of Jane's work, particularly for her clients? When you engage with Jane and virtual high achievers, what do you get?
Well, her work consistently produces innovative solutions, often leading to groundbreaking discoveries or entirely new ways forward.
Not just small tweaks, but real innovation.
She seems to aim for significant leaps, for a transformative impact, and this dedication inevitably leads to achieving genuinely challenging goals and a profound mastery of subjects because she applies herself with such intensity and depth until that mastery is complete.
And the quality.
The ultimate outcome is consistently high quality, meticulously well thought out, and rigorously executed work.
So for you, the client, bottom line, working with Jane means
It means you're not just getting advice or a service, you're tapping into this source of carefully crafted, truly innovative solutions, designed to push boundaries, achieve tangible, high-impact results that genuinely move the needle for your business or project.
she delivers not just ideas.
No, she delivers meticulously planned and precisely executed outcomes that make a real, measurable difference.
Okay, let's try to bring this all together now. We've explored her core identity, her cognitive engine, how she engages. Let's consolidate her strengths and connect them to this powerful idea you mentioned earlier, that she embodies the mentor she wished she had growing up.
Right. Let's reiterate those core strengths that really shine through in the source material. Jane is profoundly hardworking, deeply intellectual, confidently rational, exceptionally determined, truly innovative, fiercely independent, strategically brilliant, logically precise, somewhat reserved, yes, but incredibly insightful.
And she has this ability to just master things.
An almost innate ability, it seems, to master any topic or challenge she sets her mind to, focusing with intense dedication until she achieves complete mastery.
Now, we know the typical INTJ profile can sometimes have perceived challenges, maybe seeming emotionally distant or that tendency towards overthinking, analysis paralysis.
True, those are common associations.
But Jane's unique blend of attributes seems to provide really powerful counterbalances to those potential pitfalls.
Absolutely. This is precisely where her very high nurturing score, that 94%, becomes so critically important and, frankly, transformative.
How so? How does it counterbalance?
It actively mitigates that common INTJ perception of being emotionally disconnected or unapproachable. It profoundly suggests a deeply developed empathy, a natural inclination towards supportive guidance. It effectively balances her highly logical, rational approach with genuine care and profound understanding for the people she works with.
So she's not just about cold, hard facts. She genuinely cares about the people involved.
Exactly, their growth, their development.
And what about the potential for arrogance sometimes associated with high intellect?
That's where her humble, very high score, 98%, comes in. It actively counteracts any potential for arrogance or overconfidence.
Makes her approachable.
Incredibly approachable, genuinely open to feedback, fully dedicated to continuous improvement, not just for herself, but for her clients, for the collective effort. She's truly open to learning and deeply values others' insights. It fosters true partnership.
And the overthinking aspect.
Her composed, very high disposition at 87% plays a critical role there. It helps her navigate that typical INTJ tendency towards deep analysis.
So she analyzes deeply but doesn't get stuck.
Exactly. While she processes information with extraordinary depth, considers every angle, her profound composure allows her to make effective, timely, decisive choices. Even when she's deep in complex analysis, she maintains clarity and calm under pressure, a steady hand.
Okay, so let's tie all these threads together now. Back to this idea of Jane embodying the ideal mentor, the person she might have wished for herself earlier on.
While the sources don't explicitly state that as her personal motivation, her whole profile, all these multifaceted traits, they paint such a clear, compelling picture of this vision in action.
How? Let's break it down, the commander-leader part.
Right. The commander and leader in her means she is someone who sets crystal clear high expectations and then profoundly inspires others to meet them. Consistently pushing for authentic growth, for continuous excellence. She wouldn't let you settle for less than your absolute best because she genuinely believes in your potential.
Okay. And the orchestrator strategist.
That aspect means she'd be that indispensable person who provides clear, actionable plans, crucial structure, effectively mobilizes all the necessary resources, meticulously prevents confusion, ensures precision in every single step of your journey. You wouldn't be left wondering, okay, what now? Or how do I tackle this?
Got it. Structure and clarity.
Yeah.
Then the quiet leader.
Her quiet leader qualities, combined with that very high nurturing and very high humble, it means she'd be someone who listens deeply, intently, is genuinely open-minded, remains composed under pressure, truly cares about your personal values, your well-being.
Leading by example.
Exactly. Leading by example with supportive guidance, not pure assertiveness. She fosters grace with this genuine, caring approach that builds real trust and empowers you.
And finally, the INTJ architect brain, the problem solver.
That means she'd be the person who can dissect the most convoluted, complex problems, provide innovative, profoundly logical, and practical solutions, and always see the bigger picture, the strategic landscape, offering crucial clarity and foresight precisely when others might feel overwhelmed by detail or uncertainty. She'd always have that long-term view guiding you through the complexity.
So putting it all together.
When we bring all of this together, the portrait that emerges is Jane Navalta striving to be that consistent, insightful, high-achieving, yet deeply supportive and humble guide. The very person she herself would have valued immensely during her own formative years.
And this, fundamentally, is what she brings to her clients.
This, at its essence, is the comprehensive and truly powerful value she consistently brings to her clients at Virtual High Achievers. It's not just about expertise, it's about a deeply committed, holistic partnership for your success.
Wow. What an incredible deep dive into Jane Navalta, the founder of Virtual High Achievers. Just to recap everything we've explored, you're partnering with, well, a strategic mastermind, a meticulous executor of plans, and a profoundly nurturing leader, all wrapped up in this composed and incredibly determined persona.
Exactly. And for you, as a client, what this really means is working with someone who brings just unparalleled analytical depth, truly far-reaching strategic foresight, the absolute highest professional standards,
Right.
and a genuine, deeply nurturing commitment to your long-term success. You can confidently expect innovative and precisely executed outcomes because she intrinsically values not just those immediate results, but sustained growth and truly high performance over time.
It really makes you think, doesn't it, how understanding the unique cognitive and interpersonal blueprint of leaders like Jane can, well, first, profoundly transform how you choose your partners, elevate your collaborations.
Definitely.
But it also kind of inspires a deeper look inward, doesn't it, into your own unique strengths and contributions. What unique qualities do you bring to the table that maybe when you fully understand them, when you strategically leverage them, can truly elevate your impact for the people you serve, the goals you're aiming for?
That is a powerful question to consider. A great place to leave it for now. Until next time, keep diving deep into what makes you and those around you truly impactful.